better not fix that line, I won't credit. You know.
Where does the copyright lie in that? Because like if I co-write with an individual, we are both co-writers, we both own the copyright, but if I pull 6 lines out of something that I've read, you know, from ChatGPT and I never use it word for word, but I mean, I'm not gonna, they don't own part of the copyright of it, right?
I guess those are the nuances that if you are using AI to write, again, AI isn't creating it the way we create. It creates through the work of others that it has collected. I don't know, I think
it's a
when it
personal
comes to
ethic
legal
thing.
terms, I would always say you wanna have your back covered as much as possible. So if you are using, and again, your wording is it's key to how you use AI. So if you're having AI write me this last sentence, I would credit. If you're having AI, can you guide me on the best way, or can you give me tools on how to finish this? That's different because it's giving you tasks for you to do to spark your creativity instead of having it create it for you. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get away from having AI do the work for you. We want AI to help you reach a completing point.
Yeah, like a supplemental kind of like creativity.
Yes.
for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any other questions? So then I have tips and tricks for us as teachers and as writers. AI for feedback. Again, I'm going to stress that use your AI. It's there for a reason. We've created it. It's going to evolve even more as we go. But we want AI to be our buddy. We want AI to help us. We don't want AI to be the one doing all of our work. So again, AI for feedback. Use it to give you clear feedback on what you are or aren't doing correctly. You want as much positive reinforcement as you do constructive criticism. This is for teachers. Standard aligned rubrics. If you aren't a teacher, you can definitely run that one. And then constant prompts and blanks. If you are in a rut and you do not know what is next in your story or what is next in your writing or in your poem or in your classroom, AI will give you prompts to guide you. So if you're writing fantasy and I'm just gonna do knights and you need to know or have an idea of what a knight will be doing next, you can write, can you provide me with some historic details of what knights were doing? And then it will give you information which then you pull, you research, and then you incorporate that into your writing. Again, data-driven differentiation. So this goes back more to teaching, where AI is great when it comes to scaffolding. AI will break it down to the nuance that I would have never thought of, while keeping it grade level and without making it so easy that the student is going to lose complete interest, or making it so difficult that students just stop. And then professional development, again, this is catered more to teachers. It is a great way for you to write your summaries and your reviews when it comes to your personal development. So those last few tips are more for teachers than it is for writers. And then I have some writing ideas that you can use. So you have you versus AI, and this is again, it goes back to I write a paragraph, you write a paragraph, we compare and we move forward. We have rewrite this scene. So if you have a scene that you just can't figure out and it's not going smoothly or you're just stuck on it, you can have AI rewrite this scene for you so that you can see it from a different perspective. If you are a student and you have informational text that you are not understanding, you can ask AI to summarize this as if it was teaching it to a 7th grader or to a 5th grader, and it will break it down so that you can kind of eat that information in a little bit smaller chunks. AI as a dungeon master, so if you play Dungeons and Dragons, or any form where you have to guide a story, AI is pretty great at giving you those forms of ideas. You also have role-play interviews, so if you are going to a job interview or if you have to present, AI has a talkback feature where it will actually speak to you and carry a conversation with you as if you were performing role-play interviews. If you are a character in your story and you need to figure out how that conversation would go, AI is pretty good at coming up with actual dialogue between characters. Mad Libs, which is also fun, the kiddos love that, but where to go into actually ChatGPT to show you how I use it. Are there any questions while I get this done? This is going to be a little difficult since I have to look up myself. Since we don't have that many teachers, I'm going to actually just okay, so this is what ChatGPT looks like when you go in. I want to show you guys Quillbot. It might actually not let me because I'm on this one. This is Quillbot. Quillbot does all of your editing, all of your stuff is here. So if you need something paraphrased, if you need grammar, AI detector. So for teachers, if you need to find out if your work has AI, it will do it right here. It will show you exactly, and it will even tell you which AI system they're using. Plagiarism checker, AI humanizer. So this is where you take, which again, this is where you take AI stuff and you try to make it look a little bit more human.
Oh, you're not telling us, but like we know. She's looking at me. She's like, the professors aren't supposed to know. We know y'all use this.
And then AI chat, this is where you can actually communicate as if you were talking to a person and AI will guide you. So if you are a writer, I think Quillbot is one of the best. I prefer it over Grammarly a whole lot more. It's easier to use. It also will translate your documents into a different language. So if you need an email that's written in English or in Spanish, you can actually use this and it will translate it for you. As someone who reads both Spanish and English, it does a perfect job of translating it. I don't think I've ever had a feedback where it's been off. It does a pretty good job. So this is Quillbot. For the teachers, I want to show you Magic School AI really quick. Alright, this is Magic School AI. It should just automatically, well, when you're creating it, it's going to ask you if you're a student. I'm going to see if they'll let me just scroll through without having to log in. Usually it does it automatically because I don't know my information. No one's on. But Magic School, I'll show you if you want to look at Magic School AI. I'll show it on my computer so you can see it. But Magic School AI is pretty good if you're a teacher and you're actually looking at rubrics. But going back to ChatGPT, and I'll also show you the quill one. You're gonna love it for tutoring your kiddos. So back to GPT. If you're asking, anybody have a question we want to ask ChatGPT about writing?
Yeah, should I cite ChatGPT as an editor? Like different people need different ways because they require it. Some
Yeah.
ones are like, don't use it all. You know, just kind of depends. Basically.
Alright. So when to cite
It's different.
disclose. So we'll give you your information. So how to cite. So I literally
Yeah,
takes
it
you.
has an APA in there, crazy.
Yeah. So it does. It will tell you direct text or context generation, research and ideas. It'll tell you how to cite it properly. MLA. So yeah, I think if you are using it, it's going to want you to. Why it matters, ethical transparency, of course, publisher norms, and then accountability, quick guides, so it shows you how you would actually be citing.
It's still that table and it's cited.
I'm trying to see. regarding teen sports. If you didn't get to read it, can you help me come up with a good storyline for a short novel regarding teen sports? It will break it down for you. So it will give you genres and ideas for you to kind of pick up on what you would like to write. Friendships tested, a redemption and rivalry. So ChatGPT does a good job of kind of breaking it down, giving you ideas of what to do, tips on how to build this out. So it's not telling you, here's your novel, read it. It's giving you how you can use this information to kind of carry on whatever story you're doing. Also, if you want, if you can't find something to read, which I struggle with, I'm trying to think if I want to put myself out of this spot really quick or not. I did this the other week because I couldn't figure out what to read. It will give you a list. So, whoops. So it will come up with lists for you, and then you can go into further details on the ones you actually like and you've heard of if you're struggling to find things to read. If you're struggling to find things to watch, it does the same thing. If you want to find tropes within stories, you can ask. So if you're a writer and you want to know what your competitors are doing, it will give you, again, it all matters in how you are phrasing it. Can you provide me with the most popular tropes in sci-fi this year? It will give it to you. So we have our top 5, and it will give you authors who are currently writing. If you want to do that. Is there any other questions you guys would like to ask ChatGPT before I kind of focus on the teachers real quick?